GOT7, you're under arrest. Put your hands where I can see them.
Okay. Hi guys. So, as promised, here's our GOT7 Fly-In Dallas concert experience.
This might be our longest. No, because our K-pop haul is pretty long. But this video is probably going to be very long.
It's probably be very emotional on some parts.
I'm already getting like... Do you want to close the door? Because I feel like we're going to get really loud.
Yeah, I'll probably start to cry. Okay.
Yeah. She's just going to close the door really quickly. But I'll start off by saying that we were actually... We're going to start off from when we first got to the venue. And the concert started at what, 7:30?
7:30. The doors opened at 6:30. Concert started at 7.
And
not exactly 7:30, or
yeah,
maybe 7:45.
A little after that. But we got to the venue at around like
12.
Yeah. Yeah, like at 12. We were there. And for those of you that don't know Texas weather, it's very hot, very humid. We reach the triple digits quite often, especially in the summer.
Especially North Dallas, by some surprising reason.
Yeah, like, actually, I go to Dallas every summer, and I honestly think that that day was the hottest it's ever been.
Because, you know, GOT7 was there, so it was really, really hot.
They took 2 p.m. spot. It's just a JYP thing. But, yeah, we got there at, like, 12. And we actually had glow sticks to pass out, because we really wanted GOT7 to have, like, that ocean.
Yeah, so... We bought about
100. Well, 102, but we gave one to one of Sabrina's cats. So, 101.
101 glow sticks. And, yeah, we passed them all out.
We were, like, slowly doing that throughout the time. Because, like, when we first got there, not that many people were there. Because it was just, like, pre-order, merch, pickup, and stuff like that.
And the
check-in,
all that good stuff.
So, it was actually pretty slow for the first few hours.
Yeah, it wasn't until maybe 4 that's when a lot of people started coming in.
And we actually met up with some of Sabrina's friends there.
My K-pop friends. Shout out to my...
Well, first it was Bobby and Aaron.
It was Bobby and Aaron.
Because, like, I'm actually not a very... It's not that I'm friendly. It's that I'm just not open to talking to new people. Unless, like, I know for sure we have something in common. So, like, with Sabrina's friends, I knew that we had K-pop in common. So, it was actually really easy to get along and talk with them. And they actually sat a row behind me and a few seats over. So, I was super grateful for that. Like, I was able to have someone I knew near me for my first K-pop concert.
Because it's different when you're by yourself.
Yeah. Like, when I first sat down, I'm just like, who's going to sit next to me? Like, I was so nervous.
And it was my first concert sitting by myself.
But a funny experience that happened to Sabrina.
Funny experience, though. Okay, because when we went to go see Jackson, if you guys hadn't seen that, you know...
We have a vlog about that.
Yeah, it's on day 1.
We have a video over that.
Yeah, so...
I'll probably tweet some pictures in a bit.
Check it out. And as soon as we were leaving, this girl was like, are you guys here to go see Jackson? And we're like, oh, he just left. And she's like, no, I just wanted to see him.
She was Jackson biased.
She was Jackson biased. And she was like, we're like, oh, well, are you going to the concert tomorrow? And she's like, yeah, where were you sitting in? And I had told her 104 because I was P2. She's like, oh, okay, cool. But, like, nothing, like, whatever.
We didn't expect anything out of that.
And then concert comes around. I'm sitting in my seat. It's around 6:45, almost 7. And then the same girl comes and she's like, hey. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, were you at the airport? She's like, yes. And then I was sitting on the aisle seat. And then she just goes, and then, you know, I get up to let her pass through, and she passes through, and she sits down right next to me, and I'm like, and we're both like, hey. Her name is Mackenzie, so.
Shout out to Mackenzie.
Shout out to Mackenzie, Jackson Bias. I gave her a photo card, because this lady was yelling at us so that we couldn't take pictures. It was before the concert even started. She was just going to take a picture of the stage, and they're like, you can't take pictures.
And that's the thing, like, the people there didn't really make sense because, like, the entire first part of the concert, they didn't tell us that we couldn't record or we couldn't take pictures or anything like that. Because, like, in my section, they didn't tell us until, like, after their, like, during the solo stages, actually, that we couldn't record or take pictures. So it's like, what?
I didn't understand. I didn't get it.
That was, like, the only bad thing about the concert. Like, what they were telling us didn't make any sense. Because apparently some people were saying you can't record, but then I had some people, like, in my section get told that they can't record or take pictures. But, I mean, either way, for those of you that haven't checked out the Fly in Dallas hashtag, there's a lot of fan cams. Like, and honestly, like, towards the end of the concert, they just stopped caring. They're like, we can't control these girls and boys. We can't control these people. Like, there's no point.
And then, so...
We should go back. We're jumping around a lot.
Okay, we're trying to keep this in order. Okay, so we met up with my friends.
Bobby and
Aaron.
Which, by the way, thank you guys. Like,
they were so nice.
They really were. I felt so comfortable.
Because I had met them through the EXO concert, because we were all in a group chat, and then it started out with 40 of us, and then there was only like maybe 11 or 12 still active in it, and then so they had asked us, we'll go to GOT7 concert, and then I'm like, Aime, and then like, it was me, Bobby, and then Aaron wasn't part of it. Aaron was just her friend.
Bobby was just Aaron. Aaron was just Bobby's friend.
Christine and Lexi. And
were those the two that we met?
Yeah. Christine and Lexi.
Oh, Lexi's the JV bias one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so we met up, and then we had our own little separate group chat, and we were going to meet up, and then, so me and Bobby had this dramatic leap into each other's arms kind of thing, and it was so cool, and they were really nice with Anna Rose, and then Erin was really cool, too.
Yeah.
So...
Like, we all got along really well. So I was honestly really grateful for, like, everyone that Sabrina helped me meet at the concert. And not only that, I was able to make a friend, which is a really big deal, not only to me, but to Sabrina.
Because she, like, never makes friends.
Like, okay.
She's not shy, she just doesn't talk to people.
I've always been more of a listener. I've never been much of a talker, which is surprising considering in all the videos that we've done, I talk the most.
Yeah.
I'm actually not like that in real life. I don't know why. Like, it's literally, okay, this is, like, completely non-related, but people, because in my college, people thought I was mute because of the fact that I didn't talk. Like, that's how often I talk. I just don't talk. Anyways, back to the concert.
And then, so, we met up with them, and then after they came, time just kind of flew by.
Yeah, because we were just like, talking.
Listening to music. And we were just like getting
We figured
closer.
out Sabrina had bad karma.
Everyone.
Do you want to start with the girl?
Okay, what girl?
Didn't she fall because of you?
Okay, yeah.
And then we'll start with the door story after.
Yeah, okay. So it was when we went to go to the car to buy the
the little badges.
Little badges.
Because the thing is with the badges, they were selling on the name tags. They were selling like on the side of the venue. But then when we got there, they were, like, already putting stuff away. And someone's like, oh, they told them they can't sell here. Because, I mean...
It's illegal to sell...
Yeah, because, like, they bought it and then they were reselling it. So that's, like, illegal. So technically we have illegal stuff. But it's okay. It's okay. So we went back to their car. Like, we followed them there so that way we could just buy it.
And then so we bought it. And you were a little bit ahead of me. It's like their car was here. The venue's here. We were, like, on the sidewalk here. And she was, like, a little bit more ahead of me. And I turned back, and I saw this girl, and she was walking along the sidewalk. And she had a Bam Bam shirt, I think. I'm like, oh, my God, I love her shirt. And you just see her fall straight to the ground.
Like, after... I didn't see this. Because something happened before that made me realize Sabrina has bad karma.
And I was just like, yeah, nope, that didn't happen.
I didn't see that, but Sabrina saw that.
She had some shirt that I really liked, and then she just fell to the ground. I'm sorry if you're watching
Whoever you are. It's just...
I'm sorry.
It's something she can't control.
I'm sorry.
And then literally...
It's in my name. Sabrina the Witch. So I have that karma in me.
And then right before that, because where me and Sabrina were sitting, it was super hot.
It was the best spot ever.
Yes. Because they would open the door, and I don't know if y'all have ever experienced, like, if it's really hot outside and they open, like, a door to where they have air conditioning, you feel, like, that rush of coolness. Well, we were sitting right next to the door, so that way we can get that coolness. So every time they came
in and out, it would always hit us.
And, you and Bobby, right?
Me and Bobby were sitting against the... No,
it was me and you. But you and Bobby had gotten up, which is why you were sitting down. Because originally, me and Sabrina were up against the wall, and Bobby and Aaron were sitting across from us. But her and Bobby... had done I don't know what.
We went to go do
they got up for some reason.
Oh, I don't remember what we got up for.
I don't remember why they got up either, but they got up, so because of that, Sabrina wasn't up against the wall anymore. And, because there was, like, 2 sets of doors, like, one of, like, 2 doors that opened like that, and then one door. So we were sitting next to the one door, and they weren't using that door. So Sabrina forgot that there was a door there, basically.
Yeah, because it was, like, really smooth, so I just kind of, like...
Yeah, she just kind of, like, sat angled, and... Because I don't think they were supposed to open that door.
No, because after that, they didn't...
Yeah, after that, they didn't open the door anymore. But, I guess, like, the girl didn't see... Like, someone that was coming didn't see Sabrina there, which didn't make much sense considering it was a glass door. And she... but I don't think she was expecting to hit Sabrina. She hit Sabrina with the door.
Right on my back, right here.
And I was, like... Because I was next to her, so I was, like, rubbing it to be sure she was okay. And I found, like, a dent in her back, which you don't have anymore. You don't have it anymore.
Wait. It's right here.
It was deeper before. It was like I could put my fingers in. No, like my fingers, I could put them like in.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I don't know. I like was saying Sabrina got a dent from the door, and she's like, no, that's my back and this and that. And I'm like, are you sure? And I just didn't believe her, so I just ended up saying, oh, you're just weird. And then literally after that, me and Sabrina had decided to go and buy the name tags. And because where we were sitting, it was like kind of like a little space where both of us could fit, but
it was right next to where they were selling the tickets.
Yeah,
so
like where the
a
box
little
office
counter.
is. And I didn't see that I was like right below it. So when I was getting up, for those of you that didn't see our outfits, I had one of those like halter tops where you just tie and then tie.
Those like open back.
Yeah, I just had a completely open back. So when I came up, my back like basically rubbed up against the corner of that little ledge, and it's metal. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like it hurts so bad. But me and Sabrina just kept walking, and then I'm like we're walking and it started hurting more, and I'm like, Sabrina, my back really hurts, like it stings. So then Sabrina's like, okay, well let me see. And she like looks behind me, she's like, dude, you're bleeding. Like you cut your back.
It was a scratch about like the size of my band-aid. It was about this big of a scratch.
And I was like bleeding in the middle of that. And it was like literally like directly on my spine where Sabrina got hit by the door. So, yeah, I have like a battle scar from the concert. Oh, it's higher than I expected. It's like literally in the middle of my back.
Mine
so,
was on my lower back though.
Oh, mine was in like the middle of my back. Legit in the middle of my back. So I was walking around with a band-aid in the middle of my back.
A Finding Dory band-aid.
A Finding Dory band-aid. And for those of you that don't know, it's like a bright blue. Yeah, it's basically that on the middle of my back. And I had like an open back shirt.
That was funny.
So I got that battle scar.
And then...
And it still hurts, by the way. And this is like 2 days later. And then what happened after that?
And then we got the banners. And
yeah, and then that's when we started getting like all the merch and stuff like that.
And that's when more people started showing up. And then around 5:30-ish.
Yeah, like between 5:30 and 6.
5:30 and 6. That's when Lexi and Christine came. And they were so nice. They brought us Gatorade and chips because...
And I was so grateful for that because even though, like, we had our waters and stuff like that, I think this is just my body. I'm not used to the heat anymore, even though we both did 4 years of summer band camp. Like...
It was 106 degrees.
We
were out of shape.
Like, literally, we took, like, an entire year off. Like, no activity whatsoever. And... I naturally have a weak body. I don't know how I survived 4 years of band camp. But I was like, I kept telling Sabrina, I'm like, I feel kind of shaky. I'm like, can we sit down?
As a good friend, I asked for a Gatorade.
Yes. So we shared a Gatorade, and I was so grateful for that. I still felt a little shaky, but I mean, once the concert started, I just completely forgot about it.
And then Christine had parked right in the front of the venue, so she's like, let's just go in my car and chill in the AC. So then we went into our car. That was an adventure. That was fun.
We'll try and, because we did take pictures. So we'll try and get those from Christine.
Yeah, we'll probably post them, like...
on our Twitters.
Yeah.
That way you guys can see the adventures we went on. Like, literally, her group of friends are, like, the best people I've ever met. They're so much fun. They were so
nice.
Like, they're so easy to get along with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they definitely made my first experience the most memorable experience ever. Like, I will never forget it.
Because they were really cool about everything.
They were.
And then, so we chilled in her car, and then...
We basically just talked for, like, almost an hour.
Yeah, and then we were just listening to music, and then we went in, and then we got separated by...
Because Sabrina had P2, so she was, like...
I had to go in, like, in a totally different area.
And she was, like, more in the middle, and I was more on the side with Bobby and Aaron. Because Bobby and Aaron were the ones that... They literally were the row behind me, and I was, like... They had the aisle seats, and I was, like, maybe 5 seats in from the aisle. So we were only separated by 2 seats.
So we got in, and we just waited.
Yeah. And then that's when I met my friend.
And that's
June.
when I met Mackenzie.
Oh, she met Mackenzie. I met my friend June, who I was, like, so grateful for. She just was talking to me the entire time, like, and then we were both JB biased, so it's like we understood each other so much. And her and her friend, and I actually didn't get her friend's name. I really wish I did. But they were, like, both so, like, welcoming to everything.
And I think it's just an Agasa thing.
Yeah. Because, like, honestly, I've never heard, like, Agase anything bad about y'all.
Are really nice.
Because, like, I don't identify as an Agase, but I will say, like, I love y'all. Like, props to y'all. Like, I've never heard anything bad. Y'all support GOT7 so much. Like, even though we don't identify as Agases, we're pretty proud to admit that we can be in the fandom.
I'm kind of an Agase, but, like,
our main is, like, XOL-BBC.
Like, they're, like, my, like, EXO is my main.
Yeah.
But BTS, GOT7, SHINee, VIX, every other group have a little special place in my heart.
Yeah. So, y'all are, like, definitely amazing.
Who are hardcore Agases, you know, props to you guys.
Y'all were just amazing.
It was really nice. And then...
The concert started. Okay, can I just say, okay, for those of you that don't have the A album, I have it on iTunes. So I knew that they had 3 different remixes of A. And one of them, they had performed it on A Song For You, which was, like, basically an acoustic of A.
Acoustic.
And I had only ever listened to that one. I never really listened to the other 2 because, I'm being completely honest, I'm not a huge fan of remixes. Especially if they're more, like, EDM based. But right before the concert started, they actually played a remix of it, and it's the... We always pronounce it wrong. Let's just search this up really quick.
And, like, you knew it was gonna start.
And we'd actually, because we were listening to all of GOT7 when we were doing our makeup. And for those of you that actually want to see how our makeup came out, go ahead and see vlog day 2, because our makeup was bomb.
It was. Our skin looked good. Our makeup looked good.
We looked bomb. Like, you might not believe it, but we looked good.
We can look good.
We can
For
look
GOT7,
very good.
We gotta look good.
It was worth it.
And...
So we had heard it when we were doing our
makeup, and I was like, ooh, getting all turned.
But I didn't expect them to play at the concert. Oh, it's the A Collapsidon remix.
No, it's not that one.
Yeah, it is.
No,
it's not France. France is the R&B one. That's why.
No,
oh.
That one. It is France.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you're like, the Kaleidoscope one was the one we were listening to in the car, and I'm like, no, it's not that one.
It was the Toyu. That's the one we were hearing in the car. Because this is the R&B one. Oh, it's A France remix.
Yeah.
So if y'all ever want to get turned, just, like...
Put that
on.
Forget, like, any other rave you've ever gone to.
It was an actual rave.
It was literally a rave. Because the lights were off, and, like... It was just, Identify.
Oh,
logo. Yeah. Not the logo, because it's the GOT7 logo, but, like, the background was, like, the bluish, and they had lasers, and it was...
And then that was, like, just coming out, and then, like, full-on rave, and people were, like, going hard with the light sticks.
I was going hard with my light stick.
I was going so hard. I legit felt like I was in a rave. And then, after that, oh my gosh.
Their backup dancers came out.
Oh, yeah, their backup dancers ended with that song. And then right after that, by the way, their backup dancers are really good. Like, props to JYP and his dancers. And then after that was when, like, the concert kind of, like, officially started.
And
GOT7 came out. Can I just say, like, having Jackson start the concert is the best thing ever. Because right after they did that remix, they put him up. And of course, like, Jackson's intro and everything like that, like,
It
oh
was
my
like the
gosh.
spotlights and the way everything was.
We want to say something about their voices real quickly. The only one that sounds exactly the same as they do, like, in the CD is JB.
He ate CDs before he got on stage.
Literally, like, JB sounds exactly the same. Like, no...
Maybe a little bit more soulful.
Yeah, a little more soulful. And it's so different, because, like, you see performances and everything like that, but actually seeing it live, like, you can see the actual emotion he puts into it. But other than that, like, his voice literally sounds... It sounds
beautiful.
Yes. And the rest of them, like, they don't sound how they sound in the CDs.
They sound better.
Yeah, they sound better. Like, they sound good in the CDs, but they sound so much better live.
Mm-hmm. Because
like,
you can, like, when Mark and Jackson and Bam Bam were rapping,
let's start with the rappers first.
They were, like, spitting fire, like...
Okay, like, Bam Bam, I mean, it's probably because he went through puberty, but even then, like, you can hear how he sounds deep and just right, and then If You Do, and then Fly, his voice sounds even deeper live. And it's so good, too. And then Mark... Okay, like, for those of you that don't know, Mark is a rapper because his vocals aren't as strong as the other vocalists. But, I mean, Mark makes it work. Like, he has so much charisma when he raps, and just, like, his stage presence is amazing.
All their stage presence
all of them
is really good.
But I was, like, so surprised with Mark because, like, for a minute, I could have believed, like, Mark was an actual rapper. He was that good. And then Jackson has so much charisma.
He does.
Like, I don't know if y'all are a fan of this, because I love rap, but Jackson has, like, an angry raspiness when he raps. Kind of like, Johan from Monsta X. Like, I get that same feel. But, like, live. It's so
his
good.
His voice was, like, really deep, and, like, when they would
Yes!
start rapping, you just
Yes!
know shit
Like,
was about to go down.
Jackson, Mark, and Bam Bam go so hard when they rap.
Like, it was
Like,
an amazing to see them.
It really was.
And
It
even
was...
Yeogyum, when he had his rap parts.
Yes, like, Yeogyum was switching between singing and rapping, and he rocked both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeogyum gets his own little thing.
I know, and then there's Yeogyum.
There's Yeogyum. And then his voice, like, I always knew Yeogyum had a higher voice.
But
his
really
voice,
is high.
his voice is pretty high. But it's not like
an annoying high. It's like a nice high. If that makes sense.
Yeah, like, it's not necessarily falsetto, but it's not like a baritone either. Like, I feel like Yeogyum is a good, like, medium between the two. But, I mean, his singing voice is, like, dang. His singing voice is pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
And then even his rapping is good. Because, like, I feel like Yeogyum, he's capable of rapping a bit faster than everyone else. Like, Bam Bam. Bam Bam and Yeogyum can rap fast. But, like, Jackson and Mark can put, like, that charisma into their rap.
They can make it, like, their own.
Yeah.
Because they have their own, like, voice and style.
And especially, like, recently, I've noticed, like, compared to, like, A and, well, I mean, because Jackson didn't really rap in Girls, Girls, Girls.
He kind of did a little bit.
But he had more of a rap part in A.
Yeah.
Like, in A, because I remember Jackson was always saying, like, when he was recording that, JYP kept getting mad at him because he wasn't doing it right. So, technically, he wasn't doing it the JYP way. But, like, compared to A and now, Jackson has managed to create his own, like, rapping style, and it works so well for him. Like, Bam Bam kind of always had his own rapping style. Like, you can see it evolve from A to now. And now, like, Bam Bam's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because he has his own style. And then Mark switches a lot.
Yeah.
Between, like, having a lot of rap lines or having no rap lines. Or just, like, little ad-libs. But I feel like the rap lines that Mark does have, he manages to make them his own. And I really like that. Like, they all have different styles, but they all mesh so well together.
Also, I just want to add Junior.
Are we going to talk about the rudeness or his vocals?
Both.
Let's start with the vocal. Okay, let's finish the vocals
first,
and then we'll go to rudeness.
Okay.
Okay, Junior.
His voice is like...
His voice sounds deeper in person. But it's like... honestly, the best way to describe it is like a velvety type feel. Because, like, his voice isn't like really smooth. Like JB has the smoothest voice I've ever heard, but Jin Young's voice is more like, basically the best way to describe it is just
like,
it's hard to describe his voice.
I always knew he was a good singer. I probably sound so stupid.
Yeah.
I always knew he was a good singer, but hearing him live was just like, damn.
It really was.
Like, I was just like, damn.
Cause like
God damn it.
his voice is like pretty deep, but he also has like a bit of this hollowness to it, and it just like you hear it and it's like wrapping yourself in a warm blanket. I feel like that's the best way to describe it.
It was very warm, very...
Yeah, it was very warm. Just
like
warm.
honey.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I'm
honey.
like, no, that's not the right word. That's basically the only way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, and then, okay, well, let's go JB's vocals. Okay, we'd actually said in our day 2 vlog that we thought JB and Junior were gonna split Young Jay's parts. No one sang Young Jay's part.
They had his back.
Yeah, they just had his backup vocals,
which kind of made me cry a little bit.
but I mean, I feel like Agassiz were like singing his parts.
Yeah,
the
that's what I
loudest.
thought too. Yeah, I sang his parts so loud.
This was like before I found out Young Jay wasn't even in it. I only knew Young Jay's parts, so I was like singing those at the top of my lungs. And then before we continued on JB's vocals, we had said that we thought they were studying Young Jay's parts in that vlog too. Now we think they might have been studying English. And we'll go into that later.
Okay.
Okay, back to JB's voice. Like, JB literally sounds the same. Like, his voice is literally so smooth.
I was
like,
gonna say we already talked about JB.
We talked about Junior, but we didn't go into detail on JB.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. And then we talked about the rappers.
Oh yeah, before. I'm sorry.
She just switches back to JB all the time.
Everything's about JB right now. Okay.
And
Rudeness?
rude.
You don't know how many times I was like enjoying myself and jamming out and they did something and I just like, I looked like I wanted to give up.
I was just, no.
Like exactly how we look now, we had this face so many times throughout the concert.
Well, actually not this face. I was just
I had
kind of
this face.
screaming.
I had this face.
I was that thirsty
I had
ass
this
fan.
I had this face for like Yogyum. I'm just like
I was just screaming
Bam Bam.
like a thirsty fan. I really
Bam Bam.
was.
I stopped for like Bam Bam and Yogyum. I screamed. I'm be honest. I screamed for JB. Everything he did, I screamed even louder. It was to the point where the girl sitting next to me, her name was June. I would scream even louder for JB, and she would just kind of look at me like, "Are you okay?" I was okay, June. I was just dying.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
And set list. What was the set list?
We're actually having a hard time remembering the set list, but
Yeah.
we do know for sure they started with Put 'Em Up.
Yeah.
Well, technically the remix of A and then Put 'Em Up. Like, we can tell you the songs for sure that they did do. Like, they did do Home Run.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they did all their...
Yeah, they did, like, basically all of the ones with dance practices or, like, performances, they did.
And then okay.
their solos.
High key. Okay, this is what happened in the beginning. I'll put pictures here. Okay, so I was in my seat. I'll put a picture where my seat is. And then about halfway through, I think, what was this? The one that was after... No, I think this was still during their beginning. Everyone just ran to the front of the stage. And I was all like, I'm going to be one of those fans. I don't care. So I ran to the front of the stage. And there was a bunch of people. Like, I didn't even get past the first couple of rows because there were so many people. And then after that song, they're like, okay, guys, Mark was like, guys, you know, go back to your seat, like, you know, safety, all this stuff. So then I was like, I'll listen to you, Mark. I'll go back to my seat. And then they played A, which I'm going to put here. And then I got cut off because the lady was like, "Ma'am, you can't be recording." So I just put the camera down. But then I still recorded and took pictures later.
Yeah, I didn't record for the concert. Because I recorded for my first ever concert, and honestly, I don't remember a lot of it because of the fact that I was recording.
I only recorded bits and pieces of it. I didn't record the whole thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't that person.
Yeah, and I did that for my second concert. I only recorded, like, bits and pieces that I would, like, really wanted to remember. And then for this one, I only really got one moment, and I'm so grateful I got that one moment.
I know which moment you took that.
That moment, it was a blessing.
Okay, and then, they sang, they rapped. And then...
At this point, we're probably going to be, like, all over the place with just random moments that killed us.
And what's this? Hold up.
Okay, that's A.
That's A. Then what's this? Hold up. Sorry. What's this?
Sabrina.
Oh, girls.
Oh.
I got the chorus. I got the flip. And Bam Bam's
like,
rap.
yes. Like,
계속해서 제발 너를 간 사람도 생각하지 말고 내만 있는 그대로 믿어줘 과거 잊지 말고 내게 자금들을 줘 이유가 될지 모르겠지만 난 찼어 그밖에 것처럼 미울 때는 내 몸이 그냥 혼났어 수많은 기능은 없지 우리가 없는 번째 되는지 몰라 지금도 모르는 이런 얘기는 대체 없지 마지막 goodbye call 동생이고 누가 말 잡고 부셔고 좋다 다시 너도 난 알죠 보던 여지건 뭐 한다고 잠깐만 좀 얘기하지도 쌍둥이라도 있으니 좀 하지마 트레이스처럼 복지라도 할까 내 몸 하고 됐어 계속 있어
everything that they did in A performances, they did for, like, this performance. And I kept telling Sabrina, I'm like, oh, what if Jackson does, like, that little hip thing that he does in Girls, Girls, Girls? She's like, well, I haven't seen, like, recent performances, so I don't know if he's going to do it and this and that. He did it. He had no chill either. He did it. I'm just like...
that's what they don't want us to show everyone else.
Oh yeah.
The choreography for Can't.
There was literally, after they did that song, because they would perform songs and do
then
breaks.
They would talk to the
and after they performed Can't, they did a little break, and Bam Bam's like, that one part of the dance, don't dream about it tonight.
Unless you're 20.
No, he said, yeah, unless you're 20. And me and Sabrina are like, yes. Because technically we're 20 in Korea, and that's basically how Bam Bam thinks, so we're good. But then Jackson's like, no, it's 21 here. We're like, dang it!
It's actually technically 18.
Well, yeah.
But...
I mean, Jackson said 21.
Because he's a dweeb. And then...
There was, like, so many moments where we just died.
died.
And at that part, I'll be honest, I heard people screaming, but I wasn't paying attention because JB's singing in that part. So I was looking at JB and I'm like, why are they screaming? And then finally, because that part comes out like 3 times.
Yeah, it comes out in the chorus.
I was looking at Jamie for the first 2 times, and the last time I'm like, okay, like this is where people scream. What's going on? So I like focused on the members behind him. I'm like, oh, that's why they're screaming.
I screamed. And they
I'm just like, oh wow.
And then
Okay.
Next clip I have is I Like You.
Yeah.
아무런 기술도 없이 내 입술에 그냥 다 대고 있어 내 얼마나 예쁜지 몰라 너무 달콤해서 할 때마다 깜짝 놀라 그런데 왜 계속 너는 네가 특별하다는 걸 몰라 어떤 유잘 데려와도 난 너를 골라 너는 말하지 않지만
So cute.
I was doing like the dance. I was so afraid for the person sitting in front of me because I was going so hard with some songs, and it's like you're kind of just like putting the light stick in the air, and I was so scared because the beak is really pointy. For those of you that like don't know what the light stick is, it's a bird, and I was so scared like the beak was gonna hit her in the head. But then for I Like You, I was just like doing the little dance and everything. I went so hard to I Like You, I really did.
I went hard to the whole concert.
Because I Like You and Follow Me are like my favorite songs.
And then they went off stage to do their unit.
No, they performed a slow song, and then they
two slow songs,
and then they did the unit one. Because I remember I was like crying, and then that's when the unit stages came out.
And then
They
it was
performed-
JB and Young Jay's unit stage.
But Young Jay wasn't there.
So JB was by himself.
He
looked so sad.
He looked like he was about to cry, and I was going to cry with him. I really was. Just.
And then
It was to the point where June's friend gave me napkins, and she's like, "Are you gonna be okay?" I'm like, "Just give me a minute, and I have tissues." I was an emotional mess at that point.
And then after that, it was
Mark and
Junior's
with
Higher.
Higher.
I went so lit to that song.
That song was so good.
hard.
Oh,
I went
JB's
so
and Young
hard.
Jay's is called 12:30. 12:30 or 11:30. It's a time. It's 11:30 because Beast is 12:30.
Mhm.
And that song was like
I went hard on that song.
Higher was really good. The little dance and everything. Mark in a pink suit. Mark in a pink suit.
Picture here.
Yes.
Picture here.
You have a
I
picture?
I have
Okay.
a picture.
Mark in a pink suit with pink hair. Oh, we saw pink-haired Mark. For those of you that still don't know, pink-haired Mark. Pink-haired Mark is a blessing. Like, thank you. Junior in that blue suit.
Picture here.
Junior in that blue suit.
So freaking rude.
That dance though, like,
It was so cute. I didn't record it because the lady
yeah,
was looking at me.
that's like at that point they were telling us not to record.
Yeah, but I still managed to take a couple pictures.
Yeah,
And
but
then
that unit stage was so good. The next unit though, I was not like, okay, I not only was I not expecting that unit, but I was not expecting that song. I'm probably gonna be talking for the majority of this because Sabrina's basically dead at this point. Oh, excuse me, I had to burp. The next unit was Jackson, Bam Bam, and Yugyum. And
video clip here.
Stop talking now, I don't wanna hear no more. Yeah, sometimes in life they just wanna see you fall.
I'm sorry, that was a hiccup. Okay, first of all, they brought out these thrones, like legit Game of thrones. And I'm just like, what is going on? I was so confused. And they just like, oh, hi Lou.
My cat's name is Lou.
Lou as in Lulu, not Luhan. Lu is a girl. I thought Lu was a boy because I thought it was Luhan.
No, it's a girl.
Anyways, back to the unit stage. And I was just like freaking out. I'm like, okay, what are they going to do? So they turned around the thrones and you see, it was Yogyum, Jackson, and then Bam Bam.
Bam Bam was nearest to me, and I was like...
And I was just like, she's eating something. Oh, no, she's not.
No, she's not.
And... Oh, I thought your mom was calling you. And, I mean, they started it off, like, real slow, like, R&B, and I'm like, okay, they're going to slow it down for us. Because, I mean, you had slow, and then you had fast, and I'm like, oh, they're going to go slow, too. No, they didn't. Like, literally, because Yogyum started off singing, and it had, like, this R&B type feel to it. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, I can dig this. But then out of nowhere, there was a bass drop. And it, like, starts going, like, this hardcore hip-hop beat.
The bass dropped, and so did my heart.
Basically. And it was just... They went so hard. Like, not only in the rapping, but in the dancing. Like, that dancing was so intense. Whoa. And that's another thing about GOT7. Oh, it was called WOLO. Because we only live once because YOLO is copyrighted. That's
Words
what...
of Jackson.
And that's another thing about GOT7. Like,
They're
great dancers, but seeing them live is like, whoa. Like, they're even more amazing live.
You can see it, like, where it's, they're more, exact and, like...
Yeah, it's, like, it's really sharp.
Yeah, you can see that they're sharp and, like...
It's just
their
really
technique
good.
and everything, like, it was really good.
Everything about it was so good. What happened after? Oh, after the unit stages...
They changed and then they came back. No.
Yeah.
With Fly? No. Yes, no, yes.
Yes. Check. I think it was Fly after that. Because after that, they started getting to, like, their more recent songs.
Yeah, it was Fly right after that. And clip here.
Fly. Fly was really good. Like, hearing Fly live is amazing, in all honesty. And then what was after Fly? After Fly was Stop Stop It, right?
Yes, they did hit after hit after hit, and I was like,
can I just say...
It'd be less painful if you shot me in the face.
Can I just say, like, Stop Stop It, it was a... Let's be real here. The era was not the best because of the outfits and the hair. No. But that dance, like, we could not fully appreciate that dance during that era because of the styling. But, I mean, seeing that live... Mark. No, Mark. Like...
High key, I was looking at JB.
Okay, JB's in the center on that part, so I was looking at JB and I'm just like, dang, JB, like, his body rolls. My baby was getting it. And I noticed he does one side stronger than the other. And I think it's because of his back, but
yeah,
I mean, it's
that's
okay.
Probably what it was.
It's okay. Love you either way, JB. But Mark was right next to JB, and I'm just like, dang, boy, like, Mark can body roll. And he just...
They can all body roll pretty nice.
I'm going to be completely honest. I was primarily looking at JB all throughout the concert. But there were other members that got my attention. Like Mark. Mark got my attention a lot. Jackson. Every time Jackson rapped, I was just looking at Jackson. Like, I had no eyes for JB. Literally, as soon as Jackson opened his mouth, I'm like, JB who? JK. I'm all about JB.
The JB's not all about you.
Sabrina, you need to speak English, okay? I don't understand Chinese.
You guys will get what I mean in a bit.
Sabrina likes to speak foreign languages to me, and I only know Spanish and English. But she likes to speak French and Chinese. It upsets me so much.
And then, if you do.
Oh, if you do live.
I can live.
Wait, was that before or after they took off their jackets?
This was before.
Okay. Because at one point they did take off their jackets.
Yeah. Clip here.
You gotta know, I'm You're lucky 너한테는 친구 내게 말하면 필수 있는 보라는 정자들을 보고 나는 실수 네가 하면 오케이 네가 하면 난 I just gotta say every day, every night, feel like a fool. You gotta know, I'm thinking 우리 다시 돌아갈 수 있을까?
By the way, thank you to the stylist. I mean, the pants you put JB in.
Bless you, styling Nuna.
Yes, you did a good job. Like, yes. JB's pants. Oh my gosh. What's up?
This is next.
Oh, really? So soon?
Yeah, because they were already saying goodbye. Dude, that's why it felt really soon.
Oh, maybe that's why it felt really soon. Okay. And then after that, after that, Mark said, "Oh, we only have a couple more songs left." And then what did they performed Home Run.
Yeah, they did Home Run, and they did some other songs off the album. I don't remember what songs it were.
Oh, they ended with Rewind.
Rewind.
They ended with Rewind because
hard.
it was Bam Bam, I think. Right, Bam Bam, he made that pun?
Yeah, he's like,
you
guys
don't you
rewind?
It was props to Bam Bam for that. Someone probably wrote it for him, but the way he said it.
Yeah.
So they ended on Rewind, and like we were low-key very sad.
Because
But then, it's not the end of the concert.
it never is.
After that, they had this thing called GOT7 Dance Roulette. And it's basically where you would like spin a roulette board. Not really. It was all digitalized.
Yeah.
But the boys were basically, they were all speaking English in this one
And
little
it was
video.
so cute.
It was so cute. Like, you literally heard all of them speak English. And, basically I don't even know where the camera was coming from. I kept looking for it.
I had
And
seen them
they
bring
would,
it
like-
out, and I was like, what's that?
I couldn't see where it was. But, they basically would, like, pretend to spin a little roulette
board.
thing where it had, like, 4 different dances, which was, like, Just Right, Stop It,
Home Run,
and Girls.
And first it stopped on Home Run.
So weird. And basically, like, they would, like, put, like, the camera on, like, different people, and, like, we all did it. That way, like, GOT7 can do their encore. And it was cute. But, like, believe it or not, it wasn't the parts that you would think people would know. Like, Home Run, of course, it was, like, the Home Run. It was that part. And then Just Right was, like, the do-do-do-do-do-do. It was that part. But the one that really surprised me was Stop It.
Which I knew that.
Like,
yes.
you would think it would be, like, the body roll part.
No.
It wasn't, like, the first body roll part. It was, like, the second part. Yeah, it was, like, this part. I knew it. And then we only did those. Because Girls was on the board, but we didn't do it.
We
only did those 3.
rounds, yeah.
And then after that, they're like, thanks for playing and this and that. And if you want GOT7 to come out again, go ahead and sing this song. And Confession song started playing. So it's the I love you. And then instead of saying baby, we were supposed to say GOT7. I still said baby.
I say GOT7 because GOT7.
I mean, I still say it because I say baby anyways.
So we're like, so we all sang it.
And then, like,
And then
out of nowhere,
the lights turned on.
the
And I was
best
like,
surprise ever. And, like, the camera, you see Jackson, and you see fans, and you're just like,
I saw Jackson,
what?
and I saw 303, and I was like,
they were like, they came down the aisles.
come here.
Oh. And then I'm just like, wait, what? So then I turn around and I see like everyone crowding towards the aisle. So I'm like, I'm going to take out my phone. And I take it out and I like, start recording. and I literally see JB like not even 2 feet away from me.
Clip here.
I was just freaking out, and I'm being completely honest, I thought it was just JB. So like I literally have him, and I'm just there like following him, and then Junior walks into the frame. I'm like, wait, what? And then Bam Bam comes. I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, where are the other members? So like after that, I did kind of get their security people, but I was so close to JB. Like, you don't understand how happy that made me. I was just.
And then when they first got down, I got Jackson. I looked up and Jackson was going down the row. I saw Jackson, Mark, and Yo-Yum, and they were all coming down. And they stopped right in front of me because I was near the back of 104, but right in the aisle. So it's like me and the row and then the big gap of the hallway. So I was right there. So then they went this way. I'm like, no, come back. So they went that way. And then I just see Bam Bam. And I'm like, Bam Bam, Bam Bam. And then the most beautiful thing happened.
She's gonna start speaking Chinese.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Chinese. JB turned to look at me, and he's like did a little kiss face, and he did a little bow, and right at my cat. I'm gonna put the clip here. He noticed me.
Are you done speaking Chinese?
Yeah, I'm done speaking Chinese. I'm sorry. And
She
then,
does that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I hate it.
I speak Chinese. I'm sorry.
I hate it.
对不起.
She actually does know Chinese though.
And then
What?
and then JB and Junior
And
passed
Bam
by
Bam.
this way.
Oh yeah.
Bam Bam.
'Cause
I don't know where. I lost track of Bam Bam. I'm sorry.
How
I was
they did
freaking
it-
out after it happened.
How they did it is like, this is like the 2 areas, and they had like 2 different aisles here. Jackson,
It was an H.
Jackson, Mark, and Bam Bam came down on this side, but then JB. Oh wait, no, not Bam Bam. Yu-Gi-Um.
Yeah.
Jackson, Mark, and Yu-Gi-Um came down on this side, but then JB, Jin Young, and Bam Bam came down on the other side, which was my side.
Yeah,
So
they
I
went down my
only
side.
saw them. But then when they were like in the big old gap, I was able to see Yu-Gi-Um because he kept coming like closer to my side. I saw Yu-Gi-Um and Mark.
And then
After that, somehow
JB,
Jin Young, and Bam Bam ended
up
up.
on stage. And then I hear girls screaming, and I turn and I see little pink hair, and I'm like, Mark! And then they went down my aisle, and I had the freaking aisle seat, so I was freaking out. And then the video, because I'm gonna crop it. I was yelling out, Mark, Mark! But Mark was turned to this side, and I was on this side, so like Mark wasn't looking at me, but Yu-Gi-Um, like I didn't catch it on camera because I was shaking. But Yo-Yum looked at me, and he grabbed my hand like, hey, Mark's not paying attention to you, but I will. And I was like, oh, yes, Yo-Yum. And then Jackson kind of ran down to our aisle, and I was like, Jackson. And he was smiling, and he looked at me, and he smiled, and I was like, oh. And then they passed down, and I was like, did that just happen?
And then, and after that, their encore was so lit. Like, okay, we were expecting like maybe 1 or 2 more songs, and that was it. But it was literally like song after song after song
after song.
Like, me and June, we would be like jamming out to the song because it was like their most popular songs. And we would be jamming out, and we'd hear the end of the song, and then we would like get ready to sit down to just kind of rest and then leave. But then we would hear the intro of another song, and we would just look at each other like, what? And then we're like, you know what, screw it. And we would just start jamming again. Like, their encore was so lit.
I have the whole encore video.
Oh my god.
And about
Sabrina.
halfway in, everyone just started running to the front, and nobody was telling them anything. So I was like, F it. And then I ran to the front of the stage. So I'll clip here. got amazing video and amazing pictures.
The Jin Young video, which you're gonna put right here.
Round put right here. He was. Literally, like, he was breathing on my phone.
He's beautiful. Like, he was so close to the camera, and he was so beautiful.
And then I got Jackson freaking like dancing
Yes.
and jamming out like right next to me. Like where the computer is where his feet were.
Basically. Like, how far we are right now is how
It's
far Jackson
literally
was.
how far he went. Except he was, on the stage. But I was right here. And I was crying. Because I was like, holy shit.
No, and then...
Yes, introduce our dancers! Alright guys, thank you our sweaty staffs and our stylists, all the staff, and our dancers. Everybody give them a round of applause! Kim, thank you! Yeah. Hey, let's go. Thank you. 지금까지 got7. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, brothers. Okay, so really last song. We have one last song. We have one more song for you guys. We're gonna sing it. A last song for you guys. What is it?
I don't know.
What is it? Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Always ready.
And I'm just like, really, JB? And literally, I don't think you got this on video.
Which one?
JB was b-boying. He did a mini little b-boy dance. And I'm just like, my baby's getting it. But after that, I was low-key worried. Like, what about your back?
And then
I forgot what song they ended with.
I
Like,
don't know, but it was like
It
getting
was just,
really
it was
lit.
so lit. Like, literally in my mind, I'm like, I don't need a rave. Like this
honestly,
is the
like,
best thing ever.
Because I was like right behind the photographer, and the photographer's right like at the barrier, and I was right behind him because people kept pushing me, and then I'm like 6 feet, so I was just like
She was like above everyone
I was
else.
above everyone else. Like I didn't even I felt a little bad afterwards. I was like I shouldn't have done that.
It's okay. It's okay.
GOT7 does stuff to me.
You
And
just can't
then
control yourself.
I can't control myself. And then
Wasn't that basically the...
no, the very end, freaking Bam Bam kept dabbing. Oh my god, that was so funny. And then and I got Jackson lifting his shirt
Okay, but before that,
at the
their ments at the end.
their what?
Their ments, what they said at the end. It's called men.
No, what are you talking about?
The little messages that
Oh.
they said, the thank yous.
Oh, just the thank yous. Okay, I got their thank yous and stuff. Like
Okay.
the mints, I didn't know what that meant.
That's
sorry.
what they're called.
I didn't know what they were called. I'm sorry.
Anyways,
You guys know GOT7 inside, right? Guys, everybody put your hands up. Put your hands up. Wait, 잠깐만. Second floor. You guys too. You guys ready? Alright. Put your hands up. Oh, Youngjae. Youngjae is here. Youngjae! You ready? GOT7.
I actually think this is what, because we actually talked about it in our other video, this is what I think JB and Junior were studying when they were at Starbucks, instead of, because I had said like, oh, I think
They're studying
Youngjae's parts, but they weren't because they didn't do his parts. They might have been studying like their thank yous, because Junior actually did his thank you entirely in English, and JB, I think his was supposed to be in English, because when it got to his part, he's like, so I don't think he could remember it, and then that's when they're like, it's okay, we have a translator. So his just ended up being in Korean. But like, still, like, just the thought that they were able to like at least think of doing it in English is
really sweet.
Yeah. And that's when we go into the whole Jackson shirt thing.
And then
We'll put the video here.
here.
And that's when
That boy was so rude.
Jackson was so extra. Like, he kept asking the other members, like, do this, do that, do this, do that. And it's like, no, Jackson, you're going to kill us. Like, Jackson literally knows what kills us.
And he's not ashamed of it.
He isn't. And it even kills him sometimes. At one point, he ended up on the floor.
Because what did he made JB do something.
He made JB do something.
And he just threw himself to the ground
Yeah.
with feels. And I'm like, same. And the concert ended. And then high touch happened.
I didn't do high touch. Sabrina had high touch. She's going to be speaking Chinese again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. So, I don't know when Subculture's gonna release the video or whatever. So, I walk in, right? I'm there and I'm like trying to calm myself down and get all prepared because I'm like, I'm gonna actually touch them. And so, as soon as I walk in, the first person I see is Yo-Yum. And he's looking at the door with this big smile on his face like, hi guys. And any coherent thought flew out the window. Like, I had no idea what to say. Like, I was so starstruck. So I was just like, hi Yo-Yum. Really lame. And then right next to Yo-Yum, I'm gonna speak Chinese. It was JB. And I was like, hi JB. And JB looked at me and his eyebrows quirked up. And he like winked and he did like a bit his tongue lip kind of thing. And I freaked out and he fucking smirked. And I was like, this little. So then right after I went to Mark and Mark is so pretty. Like his skin is so soft looking and his hands were nice and all their hands were really like big and manly. So I was like
this. I have manly hand.
So I half-typed Mark and Mark did like a little smile. And then next to it was Jackson. Jackson's like freaking ripped though. Super ripped. And then he had his freaking muscle shirt on or whatever. And then so I was like, hi Jackson. He's like, hi. And then it was Bam Bam. And I'm forever mad at myself for saying this. Like, he looked straight at me and I saw his makeup and like everything and he smiled and I was just like, I love you. that was not one of my proudest moments. I was like, I love you. And he just like smiled, and he didn't high five, like he grabbed my hand and like our fingers interlocked, and he was like, and I was like, oh my god. And then I look at Junior's looking at us kind of salty, like, oh, okay, I know who your bias is. You've been telling everyone hi. You come up to Bam Bam like, I love you. Okay, fine, I'm just gonna get a hi. Actually, I told Junior bye.
I didn't know about this until right now.
Because I was thinking, I'm like, dude, I actually told him, I'm like, bye, Junior. Junior was probably fucking salty. But, like, you know, he still smiled at me, and he was just like, you know, he just smiled, and I like, bye, Junior. And then I walked out, and, like, I was shaking so bad, because I was like, just so then I ran onto the venue, and then her and my friends that I mentioned earlier were waiting for me, and they're like, Sabrina! And then
We screamed in the parking lot.
I screamed.
All
really
of us.
loud. We
Like,
were all screaming.
There was like 5 of us, and we all screamed in the parking lot.
And I was like, tears were building up because I was speaking Chinese. And
After that, we were just...
I was just,
You'll see in our day 2 video at the end of that how dead we were.
we were so dead.
Like, if you think we look bad right now,
We looked worse there.
we looked so bad.
And then, yeah, that, and it felt like it went by super fast. And
Yeah.
it just started and it just ended, and I was like, what now? Shiny.
Oh, Shiny.
Shiny's next.
Shiny's next. Shiny's
But
back.
overall, GOT7 flying Dallas.
It was an amazing experience.
It was so awesome.
Like, I've only ever been to, like, rock concerts, but honestly, that concert was the best concert I've ever been to. Like, the entire atmosphere was just amazing.
It's my second K-pop concert.
It was my first.
It was I went to go see EXO February, and it was a good concert, but it wasn't very organized as this one was because my music taste. They
So props to Subculture for, like, everything that they
Props,
did.
yeah.
I thought y'all did a
made
really good
everything
job.
run smoothly. Like, the only thing was the Young J thing, but that was
Yeah.
like out of their control.
Yeah.
So feel better, Young J.
Get well soon.
Cause tonight, from
yeah.
when recording this tonight, will be
Fly in Chicago.
Fly in Chicago, which, you know, I hope they do really well, and they have fun too. And
Yeah. Hopefully, because we haven't heard if Young Jay's going to be there or not, but hopefully y'all do get Young Jay.
yeah, because
Hopefully y'all have as much fun as we did.
yeah, cause
It was,
it was
literally
lit.
amazing.
It was lit. It was awesome.
Like, I literally was my happiest at that concert.
I was so happy. Like, I was just like, because I've been stressing with a lot of work, and I was just like, you know what? Forget it. YOLO. Oh.
Wolo.
So, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
for
I
the
guess that's it.
concert.
This video is...
Very
Sorry,
long.
it's super long,
It's
but
gonna be super long.
there was
but-
just so much going on.
Mhm.
But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video.
And like,
Subscribe.
follow,
Yeah.
yeah,
All that nonsense.
all that good stuff.
Hopefully, because, I mean, Sabrina's decided that she's going to go to the Shiny fan meet. Hopefully I am able to go. That way it's the both of us. And you all get a fan meet experience.
Because it'll be my first fan meet.
Mine too.
And so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So hopefully that's something that we do. But we'll keep y'all updated on that.
So, yeah,
That's it for now.
for now. So, bye.
Bye.
Bye. I don't know, I'm leaving.